So do you also use Instamojo to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to sync new payment information from Instamojo to Airtable. So like you, I also use Instamojo to sell my products online, and now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new payment from Instamojo, I want to add the payment details into my Airtable database. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Instamojo and Airtable, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So as you know, in this video I'll show you how to automatically add Instamojo sales details to Airtable. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we are going to create a connection between Instamojo and Airtable in such a way that whenever we receive a new sale from Instamojo, automatically the details of the same will be added right over here in my Airtable. Alright, so to do this, I'm just going to use an easy to use automation tool which requires no programming or coding language, which is Pabbly Connect. And before we move on further with our automation, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, doubts, workflow tips and solutions. So if you're stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance because we have experts in this. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over we're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And to get started, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is stable, has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want to try it and test it setup. So you can use any one of this. I'm just going to use this classic one today. So I'm just going to go towards this select of the classic one. Now for the workflow name, I'm just going to simply enter my workflow name, which is sync new payment information from Instamojo to Airtable, and now I'm just going to simply select the folder in which I want to save my workflow. So on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I've already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations, and now I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are results towards the commands given by our trigger. Alright, so this is the reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to set up my trigger. So for that I'm just going to simply select the trigger application right over here, which is Instamojo. So I'm just going to search for Instamojo and select Instamojo V2 right over here. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new sale, and now it has given me a webhook URL using which we're going to create a connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. So for that I'm just going to simply copy this webhook URL, then I'm just going to open my Instamojo account, and after opening this I'm just going to go towards this smart pages, and over here I want to create this automation for this core PHP programming. So I'm just going to go towards this edit page of core PHP programming, then I'm just going to go towards this left hand of the side towards this page settings and then towards this webhooks. And I'm just going to simply switch on this button of webhooks, and we're going to see that I'm just going to simply add the webhook URL. Then I'm just going to simply select the information to be sent as successful payments and click on this save and update. And once again, I'm just going to click on yes, save and update. And as you can see, Smart Core PHP programming edited successfully. So with this, we have successfully added the webhook URL in this page. Alright, so now I'm just going to open my workflow, and now it is saying waiting for webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying to capture the webhook response, do a test submission or record. So I'm just going to do the test submission to capture this webhook response. And to do the test submission, I'm just going to open my Instamojo account once again. So this is the page in which we added the webhook URL. So I'm just going to simply go towards this view of this page, and I'm just going to purchase this course. For that, I'm just going to go towards this enroll now. Now I'm just going to simply enter my details. For the first name, I'm just going to keep it as Smart, last name as user. This is the email address, and now for the mobile number, I'm just going to simply keep it as this. And I'm just going to click on this proceed to pay. And once I'm just going to click on this, it is asking me for the payment method. So I'm just going to simply select the card details. Now I'm just going to enter my card details right over here. And after entering this card details, I'm just going to simply click on this continue to pay. And now it is saying waiting for payment confirmation. So I'm just going to confirm this payment right over here. And once I'm just going to confirm this payment, yes, you can see thank you, your payment is successful. So with this, we have successfully purchased this course, and as you can see, the payment details and the email address and the phone number using which we purchased this course. Alright, so now I'm just going to open my workflow, and over here you're going to see that Pabbly has also captured the response for the same. You're going to see all the details, the name, the phone number, the email address, and also the payment ID. And we're going to also see the purpose too. So yes, now I'm just going to simply add these details into my Airtable. For that, I'm just going to simply select my action application as Airtable right over here. So I'm just going to search for Airtable and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to simply select it as create record and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Airtable. If you have already created a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. Alright, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Airtable. And now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. Alright, so I'm just going to simply select the base, for which I'm just going to give all the permissions. If you want to create this for all your base, this connection, then you can simply go towards this add all resources, and all the bases will be selected right over here. I'm just going to simply select a particular base for which I want to create this automation and for which I want to give the permission right over here. And once I'm just going to click on this grant access, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully created a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, and with this our connection is successful, and now we are ready to add the details into our Airtable database. Alright, so I'm just going to go back towards my workflow, and now over here it is asking me to select the base name. So I'm just going to simply select the base name and the table name. Now I'm just going to simply add the customer name right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually by typing it like this, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and you must be wondering what was our previous step. So as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Instamojo as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of a trigger application only, and as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So this is the importance of mapping, so that we can run our workflow in real time. So one by one, I'm just going to map all of these details right over here. I'm just going to simply map the payment ID to right over here. And after mapping all of these details, it is saying enable typecasting. So if typecasting is enabled, it allows you to forcefully create an option with the passed value in multiple choice types field. So this is upon you if you want to enable the typecasting or not. I'm just going to keep it as false only and move on further. If you wish, you can definitely add more details right over here. You can simply add more columns, and then according to that you can simply add more details too. I'm just going to click on the save and send test request right over here, and once I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, it has given me the positive response that we have successfully added these details into our Airtable. Alright, so I'm just going to simply open my Airtable right from here, and I'm just going to refresh this database in order to check that if the new details are getting added or not. And as you can see, the new details have been added. You're going to see the same customer name, same email address, same phone number, and the same ID. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. Now whenever we're going to receive a new payment or new sale through Instamojo, automatically those details will be added into my Airtable account so that my team can see these details and have an organized view of the new sales. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect, and while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.